My name is Ralph. I work for Hillsong Church UK and I look after our refugee response project.
HTB is an Anglican church. The community cafe is a project that we have in partnership with Hillsong Church. I thought, why not do something together?
Hillsong originated in Australia in, I think, 1983. In the UK, we started in 1999 with the Central London location, and now we've got 12 locations across the UK.
We started what we call the community cafe, and we invite asylum seekers on a night where they just feel safe, a safe space for them to interact with one another, to have conversations, to practice their English. And on top of that, they have a hot meal. We have clothes that we do offer to them.
We're just trying to create a space where people just can come on a Monday night, have some food, play some games, practice the English and meet up with some locals.
When you just walk in here and you just see people everywhere and like everyone is talking people with different language, different culture try to communicate and just enjoy their time.
Coming into a space like this is a place where you can unload, you can actually talk to a friend. The aim is that you will, by the time you're getting your papers to stay in the UK, you are not disadvantaged in the marketplace, at school, in community, in society, and everywhere that you are.
This is like a therapy for them. They come here and there's food provided for them and also hot drinks and soft drinks and playing cards and having English conversation with other volunteers.
They come in quite maybe a bit timid, a bit like, questioning, they're not really trusting you. Then once they gain more confidence, we're seeing more and more people moving from just being guests to becoming volunteers, not only just to help and organize things, but they translate to their friends who are joining. They invite other people. It's becoming a place where people are growing in confidence from just walking in as a lost person who is looking for community, and the way they feel loved, they actually become the ones who serve us and the rest of the people.
As a refugee or asylum seeker, I know the needs. It's not about just providing clothes or providing a SIM card. There are other things that asylum seekers or refugees need to understand or feel so they feel safe.
Most of them are from different countries. So we have people from Middle East, we have people from Sudan and Eritrea and South America, El Salvador and other different countries.
I would say majority of our guests that we get are of Muslim background. We've been working with Hajir, who has been a great support. She's great. She speaks Arabic fluently, which has been amazing. But I think also working with her has enabled to inform us of what our Muslim guests especially need. Do we have a prayer space that's available? Okay, we need to ensure that the food is halal, and when they're fasting, these are the times that we should be serving meals if that's if it's during Ramadan and things like that, or when there is big celebrations coming up, how can we make sure that we're incorporating that in what we do?
Hajir, who's one of our key volunteers, she introduced me to Jessica from the Religions for Peace UK youth. Out of that, we actually applied for the Humanitarian Peace Fund, and we got it, which was great. So that allowed us to do more activities with the community cafe and the guests. So we had different trips, different activities and events where that we could put on for our guests.
With the work that we're doing with Religions for Peace, as well as Faith for Believers, and so we're looking forward to just how that partnership is going to grow. And I know that you'd introduced us to Brahma Kumaris UK, and we actually have one of their volunteers. One of their members has been volunteering to teach English on Fridays, and she was thinking of how she can incorporate whether it's yoga and meditation to help with well-being and emotional and mental well-being for our students and our guests. So that's been such a great addition. So we are definitely excited to see how the partnerships are going to grow in the future and how we'll be able to support our guests even more.
We're really grateful to Religious for Peace. They're really nice people and they're very, human, and they're caring for what's going on. I really appreciate their funding support, which has made a lot of relief and make many people happy.
Sometimes we feel overwhelmed because, initially we thought, maybe 40, 50 asylum seekers per night, but then we have nights that we have 120 people coming in, and we have about 25 to 30 volunteers per night. We absolutely need volunteers. If you can speak a different language, even better.
People help out with different areas, whether it's like hosting a table or preparing food. And I think what the volunteers provide is like a sense that they're valuable, that they're worth having a conversation with, to sit down with. I think that's the most important thing that they provide, a safe place and a place of putting value on them, by sitting with them, by eating with them, by playing some games with them.
One of the benefits that I have seen is not just developing the guests, but also the volunteers growing in confidence, growing in their leadership skills, and that is quite evident actually. It's just a feeling of fulfillment of purpose, really.
To be honest, if we didn't have the volunteers, we wouldn't be here on a Monday night, and we couldn't do it without the volunteers. So yeah, if people are interested in helping out or joining us on a Monday night in Little Squads, feel free to reach out and come check us out.
It's amazing. It's pretty nice. Like, we have people that just arrive. I feel very good to help someone because we see that how lonely they feel, how some of them came from some countries in a terrible moment, so they see here an opportunity to have a better life. I give something to them, but they give much more for me. You can feel better if you are doing something good for someone.
People realize, okay, these are people just like us, trying to make life work and in a safe place, in a place where they are not affected by war or persecution or oppression.
They're actually more than guests to us. They've become friends and family. You interact with most of our guests and you realize, oh my goodness, there's so much I'm also gaining as a person. I'm learning from these people, their culture, their warmth. It's a beautiful place to be, really.
Volunteering or serving or whatever you call it, I think for a Christian it's what we're called to do, to serve those who are in need and serve those who are vulnerable. And the value and the joy that it puts in some of our guests is amazing, and I think that really keeps me doing what I do.